everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a brand new video for you guys. I am playing this game called The Missing Parts of Maria. I can't pronounce the last name and I don't want to make a fool of myself, so we're just not going to say it. But I am so excited and I hope you guys love it. Enough chit chat, let's get into the game. I'm much better now, dear. Don't you worry. The nurse is really nice too. Will you come and visit me soon? I promise I will, Mom, as soon as I can. Good. How was work? Okay. I mean, it's kind of chaotic at the moment, but it's going well. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, it's medication time, dear. I have to go. Okay, Mom. I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. February 13th. Love you. I was laid off 2 months ago and I can't bring myself to tell my mother. I can't ask her for money as she is barely able to support herself. What with her illness, and I'm afraid the worry could make her worse. My landlord told me to pack my stuff up and move out by the end of the week. The day after tomorrow, I haven't been able to bring myself to start packing though. I've been to about a dozen job interviews since I got the sack. What if I get a call? I know it's stupid, yet I'm hoping. I keep hoping. I don't have anywhere to go either. I suppose I might be able to crash for a few nights at my elder sister's Carolina's place in Columbus. Both Caroline and her husband, Albert, are just too successful to tolerate a miserable piece of blank like me for long, though. Then I could go to my mom's place in Martinsburg. It's been vacant since she was hospitalized. Problem is, if I couldn't find a job in Charleston, what are the chances of me getting one in Martinsburg? And how do I tell Mom? Beep. Why did it have to come to this? What am I supposed to do? Let's check the answering machine. Hey Maria, did you call? We took Duck to see a movie. If it was about money, I mean, I'm sorry, but we really can't help right now, and you really need to learn to manage by yourself. So hey, let me know if you hear back from Walmart or whatever. It's all in your hands. Bye. Wow. Sisterly love and support at its most touching. I think I'm glad you weren't there when I called. What do I do now? Let's go outside. Yeah, I could do with a breath of fresh air. Figuratively for the most part, but some literal fresh air wouldn't hurt either. I slide into my boots and put on my coat, walk out of the apartment, and take the elevator to the first floor. Outside is chilly and eerily quiet. The rumble of distant traffic from the interstate is the only reminder that there's still life in the city. One of the street lights is flickering, plunging the already poorly lit street into darkness before coming back on moments later. I'm not sure if I'm glad or uneasy that there were no people in sight, a bit of both perhaps. I start walking, doesn't matter where. I try not to think about anything, just absorb the starless void of the night. I hear a strange sound behind me, like huge wings flapping. I turn around but see nothing, but then when I turn back again... Ooh, so they never called you back. Where the blank did this guy come from? And is it even a guy? Not Cyber Dynamics, not London Sports, not Mendez Delivery, not even Walmart. The city just doesn't need you. Who are you? And what do you want? I'm Oren, and I want to offer you a deal. No thanks, please find somebody else. I can help you get a good job. Cyber Dynamics, you want them to get back to you and offer you work. I can arrange that. Are you stalking me? Don't be paranoid. You need help and I'm offering it to you. I don't know how I feel about that. Is that supposed to be an answer? Listen, you have no job, you're nearly out of money, and you soon have nowhere to go. I am offering you a deal that could change all that. Okay, I know I'm going to regret asking, how does that deal of yours work? Good, now you want to hear about it. The deal is that I grant your wishes. Figures, I'm talking to a freaking fairy. You got it. We signed a contract and I grant you wishes. In return for your organs? What? My what? Organs. Body parts. Say, I give you that job at Cyberdynamics and you give me an ear or an eye? Oh no, oh no, oh no. This guy is a maniac. Run away. I turn around and start running away as fast as I can. Is that nut job chasing me? I don't care. Oh, I don't dare to look back. Panting, I open the apartment complex door and rush to the elevator. I jab the button repeatedly, glancing back to see if he has followed me. When the elevator finally arrives, I jump in and press 4. Once on the 4th floor, I dart out of the elevator and across the hallway to my door. There was a note slipped under it. I grab it without thinking, get inside the apartment, and lock the door behind me. I'm gasping. Oh my god. Should I call the police? Should I call Carolina? Could the creep have followed me? I don't think I heard his footsteps behind me, but I could barely hear anything besides my own gasping. What even was that? I'm so confused. I noticed the note I am still holding in my trembling hand. Contract. I hereby agree to have my wishes granted in exchange for 1 organ or body part per wish. For my first wish, I agreed to part with my blank. Fill in the blank to initiate the contract. The rest of this page is filled with tiny print describing the terms of the deal. Holy... he knows where I live. Let's, should we call the cops, or should we throw the contract in the bin? I mean, the smart thing about a stalker, you would call the cops. But if he's in the house with her, something could happen. Let's throw the contract in the bin. There are moments in life, in my life anyway, when you know that what the sensible thing to do is, but just so much easier to go screw it and not do anything. This is one of those moments. I'm too exhausted, not just from the running, but from the life sucking so hard to even be scared anymore. If he shows up and starts trying to break in, I might reconsider, but right now, I just don't care. I tear the contract in 4 and throw it in the bin. I really should call the police. Instead I start crying. What have I done to deserve this? I've got no money and no job. My mother's in the hospital and my sister doesn't give, about me, and now some sicko is stalking me? God, do you hear me? Why me? My whole body is shaking as I crawl into bed. I am sobbing so hard I can't breathe. This is so damn cruel. If this sicko wants to cut off my ear, let him. Get on with it. I don't care anymore. I bury my head under the pillow and try to calm down, but the sobbing just won't go away. My throat is burning and my body feels drained of strength. I get off the bed and sit down on the floor next to the bin. An organ for a wish, you say. I fish the torn contract out of the bin and put the pieces together. I reach for my tiny writing desk, grab a pencil, and write in... No! Why? I agree to part with my ear. I agree to part with my eye. I mean, eyesight's is probably the best, but you also need your ear to be able to, like... This is part with my ear. I leave the contract on the floor and go back to bed. All this, I really need to sleep. July 67. The room is huge and empty. There's no furniture, no windows, and strangely no door. All there is a vast space between 4 carmine walls. I hear what sounds like muffled voices coming from the outside. I call out, but I could barely hear my own voice. The room seems to absorb every sound. My steps are silent as I move from one wall to another, looking for a way out. Suddenly, I sense another presence in the room. I turn around and see a dark figure with glowing green eyes. Before I can react, the figure reaches for my head and tears off my ear. The room swallows my screams. When I wake up, it's bright outside. I'm in bed still, in my boots, and something hurts in my head. Oh, still in my boots, and something hurts in my head. The phone is ringing. Did Carolina decide to show some sisterly generosity? I pick up the receiver. Hello? Hello. Is this Maria Gwozdek? I don't know if I'm saying that right or if I'm saying it wrong, so I apologize. Yes? This is Mark from Cyberdynamics. You had an interview with us in January for a position in the sales department. We have received many applications and consider you to be the best suited candidate for the job, or for the position. Are you still interested in the job? Yes, I mean, absolutely. How? When do I start? We'll be waiting for you tomorrow at 9. Do you remember the address? I do. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you. I cannot believe this is happening. Cyberdynamics was probably the most competitive vacancy I've applied for, and I thought the interview didn't go that well. Who cares, though? I've actually managed to get a job there. Take that! I begin to cry tears of joy. The receiver is still pressed against my ear. Then I realize the receiver is pressing directly to my skull. Oh! Suddenly I remember last night. I rush to the bathroom and look in the mirror. My right ear is missing. I don't hear from Oren again, and cannot seem to find the contract anywhere. When Carolina learns that I got a job, she transfers $1,000 to my account so that I can pay my bills the following month, and apparently, to her surprise, I pay her back now that I have a proper job. My sister suddenly seems to like me. She invites me to her place in Columbus every now and then, and even Albert seems friendly enough. I grow long hair to cover my missing ear. I still feel uncomfortable in public, but I learn to manage it. I even find a boyfriend. His name is Tim, and he's a manager at Mendez. I can't say I don't enjoy this new life, but I do feel incomplete without my ear, and I keep seeing dreams of the Carmine Room. September 28th. Omar. Hi, Maria. Are you busy? Tomorrow evening, I need you here at 6. I will be there. Okay, I'll be there. Excellent. Bye now. I put down the receiver and out of the corner of my eyes see Tim glaring at me. Let me guess. No movies tomorrow because you're letting Omar exploit you again. Tim, it's not like that. I just don't understand, Maria. Do you really love work so much? Do you actually care about anything else, or is it Omar? You'd rather spend time with him than me. What is going on? Tim, this is ridiculous. You know what? What's ridiculous, Maria? The way he uses you. It just pisses me off how you listen to anything he says, but you're completely deaf to everything else. Deaf? Are you saying this because I'm missing an ear? You're gonna play that card again. You know what, Maria? I'm sick of this. I'm not going to spend my life trying to fix yours. I wish you'd realize that your problems have nothing to do with missing body parts. I feel a flash of anger rush through my body. I wish you knew what it's like to have a body part missing. Oh no, she just made a wish! I'm not going to listen to this. I watched him storm out of the apartment. I'm angry and desperate and confused. I don't call after him either to try to stop him or to tell him he's left behind his umbrella. Just an umbrella. I go to the kitchen and pour myself a whiskey. This should stop the shaking. Okay, I need something to do. Let's call her sister. I still find it hard to believe, but Carolina and I have grown much closer over the past months. Maybe it's because I'm finally a mature human being with a proper job. Maybe it's because I lost an ear, or because our mother has been seriously ill. Most likely, it's all of these things together. So when I need someone to talk to, I'll call my sister. Hello? Hey, Maria, what happened? Are you crying? No, just a little. Tim and I had a fight. Again? I'm getting sick of this guy. You've been together, what, like 2 months? Almost 4. You've been together 4 months and you've had more fights than Mike Tyson? I complete the sentence and Carolina chuckles. That's right, you need to dump him, Maria. I think he's just dumped me. Oh, how did that happen? Tim got mad because Omar asked me to do a shift tomorrow and I agreed. He said some mean things that I took personally, then he just left. Jesus, Maria. I just wish he could understand what it feels like. He's an a-hole. Listen, it's really for the best that, Maria, can I call you back? Call you later? Duck's calling from school. I'll call you back, okay? Yeah, sure. Thanks for listening. You're always welcome. Bye-bye. I decided to go for a walk to get my mind off what happened. It's sunny outside, but I take my umbrella just in case. In West Virginia, you never know when it will start raining. As I walk out of my apartment and turn to lock the door, I hear a strange sound coming from the elevator. I turn around. It's Oren. Long time no see, Maria. I instantly know who this is. What are you doing here? I'm here to fulfill your wish. You already have, and I don't have any further wishes. Someone didn't read the terms of her deal, did she? It's a lifelong contract. Every time you make a wish, I will make it come true. She wished that Tim would understand what it feels like to lose a body part. Oh. But I didn't make any new wishes. Just a few minutes ago, didn't you say, I wish you knew what it's like to have a body part missing? What? You can't possibly mean that. I will make your friend. Timothy, understand what it feels like to be missing a body part, and you will give me a body part for fulfilling your wish. It was a figure of speech. I didn't literally mean that. I want him to experience what missing a body part feels like. It's just an expression that doesn't count as a wish. It wasn't just a figure of speech. Maria, in that moment, you meant it. You may deceive yourself into thinking otherwise, but I know you did. If you hadn't, I wouldn't be here. Is Oren right? Or just messing with me? Did I mean it when I said it? I honestly can't tell anymore. It is therefore my contractual obligation to fulfill your wish at the price of a body part. So what will you give me in return? An arm? A leg? She needs those. Please leave Tim out of this. If you want to have my arm or leg, then take it, but just leave Tim out of this. I'm afraid I cannot do that, Maria. Otherwise, I wouldn't be granting your wish and fulfilling my contractual obligation, would I? So which one will it be? She needs her arm. If she takes her leg... This music is so intense. I don't know what to pick. Oh my god. I don't know which one to choose, you guys. Take an arm or take a leg. They're both very, like, needed body parts. I guess take my arm. But can you please leave Tim alone? I beg you. It's just take my arm. Don't hurt him. It's too late, Maria. Be careful what you wish for. With this, Oren gets into the elevator and disappears. I collapse on my knees and press my head against the wall. I hear a door open behind me and an old woman walks past me staring at me as she does. I don't care. I down 4 energy drinks that night to keep myself from sleep. I'm afraid of falling asleep and waking up without a limb, but even more, I don't want anything to happen to Tim. I consider calling him, but what can I say? Be careful, there is a magical creature who wants to take away one of your organs, and even if I do warn Tim, can that really stop Oren? By sunrise, I can't resist sleep anymore. I turn on my stereo and crank up the volume, but I still fall asleep in my chair. Minutes later, I find myself in the Carmine room again, and it seems to have gotten bigger. there is still no door to be found. I notice something on the opposite wall, a window. This could be my way out. I rush to the window. My steps are, as always, soundless. But when I get closer, I realize it is only a painting. In the painting, a group of children are playing on a seashore under a bright blue sky. Could there be something behind the painting? I carefully remove the frame from the wall and discover a big square hole it concealed. Suddenly, a long black arm projects from the hole. I scream and back away, but the arm is so long and so fast, it grabs my arm and starts pulling it at it with immense force, tearing it off my body. I feel my tendons snap and my muscles tear with a horrible sound. Ew! My mouth fills with blood. Is blood why the walls are this color? Just before I lose my senses, I notice a pair of evil green eyes staring at me from inside the hole. That's horny. The next day, I wake up with a prosthetic where my arm used to be. It doesn't really hurt, but as soon as I see it, I throw up right in my bed. That same day, I learned that Tim got a drunken fight in a bar and was stabbed in the eye. The surgeon had to remove his eye and replace it with a prosthetic. When I come to visit Tim in the hospital, he tells me to get out. He seems to blame me for what happened. Of course, he has no idea how right he is. I tell everyone I have developed an infection and had to have my arm amputated. Carolina doesn't seem to believe me. She probably suspects it had something to do with Tim. I guess she thinks he was violent or something, but she never really says anything. Omar transfers me to a less physical demanding job. The money is still good, though in fact, technically speaking, he has given me a promotion. Out of pity. Of course, I am disgusted with myself for accepting it, but I couldn't afford to refuse. Mom is ailing and her prognosis isn't good. I think I said that wrong. She has lost nearly all of her eyesight. I come to visit as much as I can, but I never tell her about my lost arm. I start avoiding people, limiting my social interactions to my family and my workplace. I feel exposed with my prosthetic, even though I learned to camouflage it well. I almost cherish my phantom pains as they remind me of the time I was more complete. Nightmares of the Carmine room become more frequent. There is never a way out. Hi, sweetie. I'm still getting used to the sweetie. Hey, Carolina, and hey, Albert. Maria, thanks for coming. Albert rushes into the hallway and helps me take off my coat. I'm still adapting to my prosthetic arm, and putting on and taking off clothes is something of a pain. Today is a pain, quite literally, as I've been having unusually bad phantom pain since the morning. I try to hide it though. Thanks, Albert. No problem. Sorry, I better not leave the stove for long. Albert disappears into the kitchen. So how's Mom doing? I went to Martinsburg to visit Mom yesterday. No improvement. The doctor told me, that we shouldn't be too hopeful. I see. I'll go see her next week. Can I help you guys in the kitchen? Thanks, Maria, but we're almost done anyway. Why don't you take a seat in the living room and chat with Doug for a bit? His friends should be here any minute. You'll save me from them then, right? I promise. It's Doug's 6th birthday today, and he's having a party. Carolina has invited me, even though she knows I'm terrible with kids. I guess it's just because I haven't visited her for a while. She asked me to stay the night, as I usually do when I come over. I walk into the living room. Duck notices me and pauses his game. Hey there, Duck. Happy birthday. Hi, Maria. Did you bring me a present? Sure did, but you'll have to wait for the party to start to find out what it is. Okay, Dad told me think of a wish to make. Did you think of one? Yes, but I can't tell you. I had many wishes, but I chose the most important. What's your most important wish? Duck is blissfully unaware of how uncomfortable of a territory this is for me. I don't know, Duck. I have too many. But if you had only one you could ask for, what would it be? It's hard to say off the top of my head. I need to think about it. Come on, everybody has a wish. Tell me yours, please. It's my birthday. Duck's always like this. Whenever things don't go his way, he makes a scene. He may be right, though. I can't run away from my wishes forever, or can I? There are so many things I want to happen, but am I willing to pay the price? What's your number one wish? To have my missing parts back. For your grandma to get better. To break a contract I signed a while ago. Oh. These are really good wishes. I know if I were to choose my missing parts back, then the grandma will die. But it would be nice for her to get better, but then I'll lose another part of my body. But if I wish to have the contract broken, maybe I won't have to deal with it again. But I'm aiming towards the grandma to get better. For your grandma to get better. Yeah, I wish grandma would get better too. Yeah. Aw, no. Okay, now it's done. I made another wish, despite promising myself never to do that again. And I know what's going to follow. I wonder if Oren has followed me to Ohio, or if he will wait for me to return to West Virginia. We chat with Duck a little more. Just before we've run out of things to talk about, two of his friends arrive. Their mothers join Albert and Carolina in the kitchen, and I decide to follow suit. But before that, I need to use the bathroom. I make my way to the bathroom. Using the bathroom has become a challenge with this arm, but I've learned to manage. When I flush, I hear the doorbell ring. Why did I say it like that? I hear the doorbell ring. Another one of Duck's friends must have arrived. I wash my hands, then lean against the wall for a few minutes. The phantom arm is killing me. Just another moment. Okay, I walk out of the bathroom. Hi Maria. Oh, he's got green eyes. Jesus, is it? Who else? He made me wish, and I am here to grant it. We don't have much time, though. What will you give me in return? A kidney, perhaps? A lung? I'm gonna choose kidney. Take my kidney, but will you really heal my mother? Of course. Have I ever let you down? Okay, let's get this party started. Carolina comes out of the kitchen carrying a tray with food. Albert is behind her with the birthday cake. Neither of them seem to notice anything strange about Oren's presence. What are you two whispering about in the hallway? Come to the dining room with us. Oh, here we go again. I am in the Carmine room. The voices coming from the outside seem to have gotten louder. They sound anxious. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. I look around. To my disbelief, I notice the door in the far corner. The door is ajar, and I see light coming from the outside. This is my chance to escape. I rush to the door. I stumble and fall on the floor. The floorboards are sticky and emit a foul smell. Is it something under the floor? I get up and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from the outside. I feel the gentle fingers of the wind touching my hair. A dark figure appears in the doorway, obscuring all light and muffling the voices. The emerald green eyes stare at me with cold indifference. A long arm reaches for my chest. Suddenly, I am frozen in place. I cannot scream. I cannot breathe. I just feel the creature's hand break through my rib cage. It hurts more than all the pain I have ever felt combined. But I do not even move. Only a shallow squeaking sound comes from my throat as a creature's hand fumbles inside my body. Then I feel something snap inside me. My insides are burning like 1,000 suns. The hand, now covered in blood, produces an organ. The creatures seem to smile at me as everything around turns black. Wow, I got the achievement for the good daughter ending. I wake up in the early hours of the next morning. The phantom arm is gone. but I feel a strange hollowness inside. I go to the hospital later that day, and the doctor confirms one of my kidneys is missing. She assures me this does not pose a threat to my life, and seems to believe I was born that way. Indeed, the missing kidney has little effect on my life. I have to follow a stricter diet, but other than that, my life does not change much. I do feel painfully incomplete. However, my mother recovers and moves back to her home in Martinsburg. I come to visit every weekend and help her with the chores. Carolina and I are not as close anymore. We talk on the phone every now and then, but I hardly ever visit her in Columbus. I am immersed in my work at Cyberdynamics, and my efforts are rewarded with another promotion. I find myself in charge of the sales division. I don't particularly enjoy having to be around so many people, but I try to do my best, and Omar seems to appreciate my effort. I start going out with Mark, the HR guy. He doesn't seem to mind my disability. On our second date, I learned that himself has a prosthetic leg. Dreams of the Carmine room continue, but I almost learn to accept them. Even when I am dreaming, I know there is no way out of the room. I decide not to make another wish ever again, and this time I better not give in. The missing parts of Maria Gwozdek. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so this game, it was short, but that's okay. There was a lot of swear words in it, and it kind of was graphic, but it was not that bad. I hope you guys love it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button.